Pixel 5a is Google's newest Pixel A series phone that borrows a lot of the great things from the Pixel 5 at a more affordable price. Google sent us our 5a before its official release, so let's go through what's new with the Pixel 5a, how it compares to the Pixel 5, 4a 5G, and 4a from last year, and who I think this phone is for. The two biggest changes for me for the Pixel 5a versus last year's phones are the increased battery capacity and water resistance. The battery is a huge 4,680 mAh battery that should offer stellar battery performance. Water resistance is a big deal because we haven't seen this feature with a Pixel A series phone before. And I know it's a welcome feature to a lot of the A series fans out there looking to upgrade. Another upgrade with this phone is Google's decision to include the largest bezel-less display on a Pixel ever with a 6.34-inch OLED panel that has 800 nits of brightness in a high brightness mode. Google has also brought over the Now Playing feature to the Pixel 5a where you can bring some of the songs in Now Playing into your YouTube music library. The Pixel 5a with 5G comes in one color, and I thought that Google was just going to use the same black color that they used on the Pixel 4a last year for this phone based off the photos on Google's website, but actually no. It's a new color called Mostly Black, and in person it looks way better than the Pixel 4a's black color. It's got this nice hint of forest green and matches well with the olive color ribbed power button, which is also something new that we haven't seen before in a Pixel, and the ribbed texture makes it easy to figure out which button is the power button when you're not looking at the phone. But yeah, the aesthetics of this phone are definitely nicer than the previous A series phones we've seen from Google, and in my opinion, they've done a good job at just making this design very refined and making it a bit more elegant this year. Now, this year with the A series, there is only one size for the Pixel 5a, and it's very similar to the size of the 4a 5G from last year. Both have similar size displays with a 413 pixel per inch density. Both have a similar camera setup with the exception of the flicker/spectral sensor that the 4a 5G has. Also, both have basically the same processor. However, there are three key differences to note. The battery on the 5a is much larger at 4,680 mAh compared to the 3,885 mAh battery of the 4a 5G. The 5a is water resistant, and most importantly, the 5a is $50 cheaper than the retail price of the 4a 5G. Now, the other phone that the 5a might remind you of is the Pixel 5, and that's because both of these phones basically share the same camera system, with the exception that the 5a does not have the spectral/flicker sensor. Now, the Pixel 5 does still have some advantages over the 5a, like wireless charging, a 90Hz display, and better Gorilla Glass. However, the Pixel 5a has a 3.5mm jack up here at the top, it's got a larger display size than the Pixel 5, and it costs $250 less than the Pixel 5 here in the US. So that's how the 5a compares to the 5 and the 4a 5G. Now, if you're coming from a Pixel 4a and are looking to upgrade, just know that the 5a costs $100 more, but has quite a few upgrades like a better camera system, better battery, better processor, new video stabilization modes that we saw in the Pixel 5, cinematic pan being my personal favorite, 5G support, water resistance, and a metal unibody versus polycarbonate in the 4a. So I think you're actually getting quite a bit if you're upgrading to the Pixel 5a from a Pixel 4a or previous A series Pixel phone. So that's the 5a with 5G. I think you get a lot of the same features from the Pixel 5 that came out last year at a much more affordable price. Plus, you get the great Pixel software experience, native Google Assistant with call screen and hold for me, plus important safety features thanks to its Titan M security chip, and safety software features like automatic car crash detection or the ability to share your location with emergency contacts if you don't respond after getting back from a walk, for example. The Pixel 5a with 5G is available to pre-order here in the US and in Japan and will be released on August 26th. Now, we'll have much more on this phone in our 1 month later and 6 months later reviews of it, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to get a notification when those videos drop, and hit that thumbs up button below if you thought this video was helpful and useful. And if you have any questions at all about the Pixel 5a, just drop a comment below. I'll try to answer them. That way, before this thing releases, you get your questions answered. And don't forget to check out our monthly newsletter that recaps everything we publish each month, plus some exclusive tech story and podcast recommendations, and that's linked in the video description below. For 6 months later, I'm Josh Tedder. Thanks for watching.